around again. Today I'm going to share to you something about Greeks. Where Bible tells us to be on guard against all kinds of Greeks. Okay, so just now, Brother Richard, you have read the scripture text. It's a famous scripture that we always like to quote when we see people being worthy. Okay? There was a story by this Tolstoy. Okay, I wonder whether you have heard this story, where there was once a farmer who worked hard. Okay? The earth never failed to feed him and his family. His life was quiet and secure, but he was never satisfied and happy. He wanted more of everything. Okay? He wanted a lot of things. He said to his wife, "We have too little land. If we had more land, I would fear nothing and no one." So he borrowed money and bought 25 acres of land. So now he was his own master. The grain stood tall, he had bountiful harvests, and he made a handsome profit at market. He was able to repay all debts. There was peace and happiness under his roof. But unfortunately, it didn't last for long. He wanted more, so that he could become rich. So over and over again, he moved his family so that he could buy more land. So one day a traveler told the farmer about the fertile land in a faraway country. There for 1,000 rupees, how to pronounce that, rupees, a man could have as much land as he could walk around in one day. So if he can walk how far, that will be his land for the 1,000 rupees. The only catch in the deal was that he had to be back at the starting point by sundown. So early the next morning, he started out walking at a fast pace. By midday, he was very tired, but he kept going, covering more and more ground. Well, into the afternoon, he realized that his drinks had taken him far from the starting point. So he quickened his pace. As the sun began to sink low in the sky, he began to run, knowing that if he did not make it back by sundown, the opportunity to become an even bigger landholder would be lost. So as the sun began to sink below the horizon, he came within the finish line, but panting for breath, his heart pounding. Okay, he called upon every piece of strength that he has, okay, and finally was able to finish the line. However, he immediately collapsed, reaching the starting line. And in a few minutes, he was dead. So, what happened? His servant buried him in an ordinary grave only 6 feet long. And as the title for for the story was, "How much land does a man need?" So because of greediness, he finally only gets 6 feet. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 to 10 tells us, "Now godliness with contentment is great gain." What we need is godliness with contentment. That will be the greatest that we need to do. Isn't it? When we are born, are we with clothes, with anything? No. Okay, verse 7 tells us, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out." Anybody after seeing the dead body can carry something away? No. And having food and clothing, if you still can have food to eat, you have clothing to wear, okay, with this we shall be content. But those who desire to be rich, the key point is desire to be rich. Okay, not because of their hard working that they become rich. Having this desire to be rich, we've got to be very serious to take this warning. Fell into temptation, because there will be temptations and a snare, and into many foolish. The Bible tells, especially foolish, and harmful lusts which drown men in destruction and perdition. Verse 10, for the love of money, it's not the money, but the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from faith in their greediness. Because of greediness, they lose faith. Okay? They stray away from faith. And pierce themselves through with many sorrows. Because of that, they have a lot of sorrow. Isn't it current problems? Okay? If you were to look at our country or even everywhere now, the petrol price increase, and we know our government are not doing a good job. People are not happy with them because of what? It boils down to greediness. When they have the power, they want to hold on to everything, even now petrol numbers also, they want to do something about it. And a lot of inflations now because of that. People being greedy, don't want to be the victims of all this price increase. They will start charging every one of you, customer, the consumer. Isn't it? All our early morning we go and have a breakfast now is so more expensive because people are greedy. They want to make sure they get the money and not you. You got paid. It's greediness that causes all this, and because of that, we need to change our lifestyle. Just like last week, we had some chit-chat with some sisters and brothers. Indeed, we have to change our lifestyle. Or even some now want to have their own transport, take public transport, or even travel less. We can see car traveling, less car on the roads. Okay? So what about those people who are poor? You, maybe because of inflation, you are saving money now. Okay? But the poor, it's actually boils down to greed that causes all these problems. It's not because there's not enough. Greed, okay? The definitions by this from this Oxford Dictionary, Concise Oxford Dictionary, is an intense and selfish desire for wealth, power, and food. And basically, greed is a form of wanting, but it's more than one thing. It's wanting more and more and more, no ending. That is actually greed, and it's very similar to and associated with envy and covetousness. That's why in another translation, instead of NIV uses greed, New King James uses covetousness. Okay, envy, when you're discontented, when you're not happy. Okay, resentful longing aroused by another possession, quality, or love. When you see somebody driving a big car, or having a big house, or having a beautiful wife, that's when you feel not happy with that. That is envy. It's almost similar to greed. Okay? Covetousness, having the great desire to possess something that belongs to someone else. That is they have. You want it. That is covetousness. Okay? So the fallen culture in the society. Now the problem with everyone of us is that it's like norm. It becomes a norm. Okay? A norm to greediness. Oh, normal to be greedy. So we need to open our eyes and admit that greed is one of the most socially acceptable sins. There may be other causes, but this is one of the most socially acceptable. People say it's okay because it's part of the world. Greed is very much part of our world. Think of it, if someone say, okay, I have a business, okay, I make sure my employee work, don't care, make them work, and I don't bother about competitors as long as I can charge my customers, charge them as high as possible, and if I can make tons of money, that's called success. The world thinks in that manner. So, isn't it acceptable to the world that greed is nothing as long as you are successful, as long as you can make the money? So, in our society now, we have to understand and open our eyes and admit that it has become socially acceptable. And besides that, many have been encouraged to be greedy. Encouraged to be greedy, you know. Contradict the Bible altogether. Why? Every day you can actually see advertisement we can see advertisement that tell us, oh, you need to buy, you need this, you need that.